from the conversations that we have in society at the moment is about getting validation that you both agree that you're going to partake in some sort of activity, sexualized or whatever, and you're both in a place of contentment about that. So you're like, okay, I'm cool. Are you cool? Yeah. Are we going on this journey? Yeah, cool. Whether it's short term or long term, whatever it is. And that's what I understand it to be. But I could be wrong.
That's just straight eye contact, and it's like, oh my. For me, pretty much the same as Jay. It's like an agreement for me, or an acknowledgement and agreement that I've understood whatever it is that's maybe been spoken about, put in front of me, something that I agree to go to another stage. So whether it be like me saying like consent for my child to go somewhere, or for me to do something or partake in something, it's the acceptance and me saying yes to moving forward or indulging in whatever it is.
Rush.
Why does everyone do this to me?
Yeah, because your whole reaction is like, okay, let me just come out with what I've got to say.
No, I agree with both of what you're saying. I think in terms of like the engagement of intimacy, I definitely think it has to be two parties, and I think, like I said, because we think about what topics we want to bring, I think there was a lot of rape cases going on, and I think between us as, you know, the sexes, I think there's a lot of confusion between that. So, you know, you might think even like, this is my partner, so it should happen anytime, whereas that's not the case. Or maybe you're actually in the act within itself, and then the person wants to stop. So now they've withdrawn their consent, but it's just these little...
That's okay.
Yeah, and that is okay, but it's just all these little things is what can change something from being a good moment to a really bad moment.
A woman might say stop, and in your mind, you watched some shit last week where she said stop, and then it turned out they carried on, and in your mind it was like, oh shit, this is the lick.
Yeah.
Really?
Stop.
Yeah,
It's not the lick. Like it's something to where you gotta kind of like really like halt and be like, listen, didn't quite get that.
Stop. Or
Because
you gotta be sure.
because in all reality, it's that serious.
Yeah.
Like, when I actually think about it, right, when you go to engage in something with a female, it's like, no matter what she says, you can't trust her. Like, don't get me wrong, you should trust her, right? But things, when things go left, when things go to a certain place, and you haven't necessarily protected yourself, for example, no condom, and she says some shit, it's over for you. It's over for you, unless you've taken certain measures to protect yourself. Like speaking to this phone. Is this really what's happening? Is this what you want? No, like
no.
This is the thing. I've never had to do that, but when I think about it, I'm like, yo,
in this day and
she
age,
could have gone left other time, you know.
You could probably have a contract like
do it.
If you can.
I would like.
In this day and age of the court of public opinion,
Yo,
who's to say?
I don't have no advice
Yes,
for no one. But if there was advice that I'd give man, get that recording.
Yeah.
Get that recording.
And but also, there needs to be a clause in there that says, because women may change. They might be triggered, there might be
and they are allowed to
they're allowed
change.
to.
And
so we have to then be able to say, okay, I'm not cool with this, but okay. And that's the problem. Is a certain man, we're doing this. Like I'm a man. I say what I mean what I say.
I think that's okay, right?
Yeah.
But one thing, I actually don't like the fact that that power thing is there. It makes me really uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable because I just don't like the fact that someone can have that power over you. And don't get me wrong, as we said, it's okay that a woman says no. I mean, who cares? If you say no, you say no, it's fine, right?
It's no reflection.
But at the same
whatsoever.
time, you put yourself in a very, because as much as it's a vulnerable space for her, man, they don't really look at it like, yo, it's a vulnerable space for me too. You get what I mean?
Yeah, because that would knock a man like,
But
what's wrong with me then?
my-
It's a thing.
one thing that I've noticed is what we also do is we speak about it's okay for a woman to change her mind. It's never spoken about a man changing his mind. And I know then you'll have a lot of guys, because if they're on it, they're not going to change. There's been times where guys have changed their mind. Yeah, and it's various reasons why. And the thing is, it always seems to be looked at differently. But like from the people I've been amongst, and you know, like when you speak about, oh yeah, but if a guy stops, it's probably because of this or this or this or that. No, like forget moments where, sorry guys, but he might struggle. Yeah, so whether it be to get back in the mood or to get there in the first place, that's different. But I'm talking about if you're in the middle of that, it could be she says something or does something, and it's an instant turn off.
Daddy.
No, right. No, but
how you like me now,
it could
Dad?
be something like that, or
Like,
you know,
what
like
the fuck?
on both sides, yeah. Just,
But they do. Girls
No,
say
it's
puppy, daddy. all
but the
this.
thing is, even name calling or
I can't say it because I feel uncomfortable.
Exactly.
was this, oh yeah.
Zaddy.
Yeah, but you know, like even things or someone saying the wrong name or so, and then it's instant like, what the fuck did you just say? You know what? I'm out. Now, it seems like that's the only time when a woman would say, oh, well, if you made a mistake, then he's obviously put off. But at that point, if a woman does say, oh, I'll just do this, or if he was laying down, then we might have banter about them things. But on a real level, if your man's sleeping, like you said, and she's just like, like, just prime example, I've seen posts saying, oh, if a guy wakes up to head or wakes up to morning sex and he says, wake up to it, that means you were sleeping.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you couldn't give
Now,
consent.
if the woman has jumped in him, technically that is,
There is no
it's
technical
not, well,
rape.
not technically, it's rape.
Because you
The
haven't
difference
given
is,
consent.
he may wake up and be like, hey, this is the greatest morning of my life.
You don't know.
But that's touch and go. What if he didn't wake up that way? What if he wakes up and his first thing is to box you off? Because as much as he knows he's gone to bed with you, he's not anticipating that. You can't make him wrong.
I think what you're saying is so important because as much as a guy could, and this is what I'm saying, guys are kind of somewhat the worst in that case because if a guy wakes up to
He's
head
probably
to
going to be
guys,
happy 9 times out
yo,
of 10.
like us as men, we can't actually let them things slide
But this is the
because
thing.
once you okay that, you're actually saying something much more than what it may seem to be.
And I think because men are sexualized or sexual beings, that's why it seems like it's okay. But then they'll say, oh, it would only be okay if, you know, like if it's my woman, if she's pet, if it's this, but then make it be someone you're not attracted to, do it. It's a whole different
But
situation.
it's not men. Sorry.
Oh,
No, I was just gonna say that I think it's not men that are sexualized. I think we're both sexualized. Where we're getting our consent from is programming from obviously the system.
yeah.
And then what it does is it enables this kind of narrative. So women often put out in music and stuff like that, like Cardi B, for instance. I'll do this. I'll suck this. And so men start to develop this stupid mindset, like, oh, I'm entitled to that because they're speaking in that way. And girls think, oh, well, I'll please him by putting out this message, but I can't really deliver on that. So,
Occasionally you might.
but I'm just going to point it out because I know it's like it attracts to me, if that makes sense. And but we're both kind of males and women. A lot of the time that we're very stupid in that we go into these things knowing we can't really deliver what we have put out we can deliver. Like, you can't, it's not possible to be sexualized on both sides. Like, a man can't last hours talking shit if he can. Like, the girls are very similar, but it's all fake, so then it creates this fake thing, and then consent is actually not real, if that makes sense, because you've not really we've not defined consent properly.
I think it definitely is about having the conversation, but we don't. In the society that we're in, no one wants to actually talk about it because it makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But if we
They'll
want to
rather
move it
do.
off, but if we want to move it off consent, then we've got to talk about our boundaries. Then
Yeah.
there is
definitely.
consent
Consent is about boundaries.
Yeah, and there is a space for that, because even like
There should be a space.
there should be a space, especially like even people that are in marriages. There's people that get raped in marriages. There's, you know,
Yeah.
if someone is
Yeah.
intoxicated, I'm not gonna lie, intoxicated sex is bull. Like, no, I'm just saying, but like, as long but your emotions,
You get wild.
I want to add that real to it though.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm saying,
not all
but
the time.
we've agreed, yeah, not all the time, but we've at least agreed to it. Whether
I think, no. You say that. I'm sorry. You're sorry.
no, you are, because no, I'm not talking about you're gone, completely
inhibitions.
gone. I'm talking about
Tipsy.
yeah, I'm talking about
Your
tips, I'm
inhibitions
talking about you're completely
have gone, but
yeah,
it's
so you're-
dangerous
No,
at the
it
same
can
time.
be.
And that is where I'm going.
Yeah.
I think even
It
being
could go left
intoxicated
very.
No,
ain't it.
no, it's
No.
Because
sometimes.
you ain't clear.
You're talking
What
about
do
when
you
your
think you are
spidey
or
senses
not?
get
No.
tingled by the little
No,
white
but
light.
it is the best. I'm not gonna. It's feelings,
I'm,
right? It's the
I'm
best.
not saying it's not. In fact, I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying
You done said it already.
is that
It is.
when you're
It's
intoxicated,
dangerous
It's
though.
dangerous.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
nah.
No, it's
But when you are under the influence of some,
Any
because
substance.
Any
because
substance.
we all know that poison makes it something else.
Yeah.
The poison makes it something else.
And that's why people
I'm
feel
not
different in the
talking
morning.
negatively. I am
Yeah, I hear you.
saying that poison has you feeling
Like-
another
No,
kind of
because
way.
Really up in here.
No,
How do you feel
no,
because-
I was going to say there should be a disclaimer, because I'm not saying you
Yeah.
lick down a whole bottle. That's
It
not what
should
I'm
be
saying.
the recording.
I'm saying, you know, you and your partner, or I don't know, but I'm saying if a party isn't, or the other party isn't, I thought again there should be a conversation. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you and your partner could have went out to a wedding that day.
But you can
You've had
forget though about the conversation because you're drunk.
Yeah.
That's true.
So this is why I say
That's true.
get the recording.
Yeah.
Have both in
And-
there,
but
saying what you're
even
saying.
then though, you've had those moments, right? So we're gonna say that they've both consented, yeah? Right? Where, like you said, both been out, you've both been having drinks together, yeah? You both, your spidey senses tickled a bit, you're like, ooh. Now you have the litty session, right? All fun and games.
The drugs.
But then in the morning, you're like, oh, do you remember this? But you might remember this segment.
If someone says
remembered that
no,
segment.
then you fucked up. If someone said no, it's real though.
Yeah,
Because
no, it's
look,
true.
because
Yeah,
I was just gonna say
And they
this.
fucked up on so many different levels.
I have not forgotten. I don't forget shit.
When you hear
Or a
one
girl.
no in the bedroom,
That's-
when you hear one no,
Listen,
leave
I
it.
hear no.
Stop.
I'm out.
Like, no, you don't have
I'm
to
out.
go.
Like,
You don't have to go.
See,
no,
that's
no.
the
I'm
other
like,
thing
go
though.
home.
No. I'm out
No,
because
you
I'm,
mean-
I need
no,
to like
no,
not
no,
out as in
no,
go home.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know
no,
you
maybe
ain't saying that.
that's just like,
I know you ain't
I'm
saying
like,
that.
No,
yeah,
but-
I'm
I know you ain't saying that, but that's the mentality that
Yeah.
a man should have. If you say no, how about I
Stop.
don't want to see you again because you should have known. No, fuck. Look,
No, I don't.
listen,
No,
listen,
I
listen.
don't.
If I am not a person, right? I know what I want. So there is no way that I'm gonna be in a situation. I'll know prior that it's not happening. If it's not happening, if we say it's happening and then we're in it, and then you say no, I don't really want to fuck with you because you've brought me too close to a point. And you're telling me that, so really you wasn't sure. Okay, don't bring me into your unsurety, because I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure.
I
I
can
don't want to
say-
dance in unsurety.
No, I hear that, but
I
can I
get
say,
what
but
you're
that's
saying.
but can I say, but in the same breath that you say that, it's like saying it's okay for you to change your mind, but
It's
don't
not
bring
okay.
it. But it's not okay
Don't
to
change your mind when you're
but
with me.
don't change it. That's what that sounded like.
Yeah.
And then, no,
That's
but,
what I'm saying.
No, but it's
If you're like, it's fine that you're unsure, but guess what?
Stay
I ain't
over
fucking
there.
with you again.
Yeah.
Because I ain't into no close calls
Alright,
and
but what
shit
if-
like
no,
that.
but do you know what? Yeah, even that mentality about the go, I'm going. Yeah.
No,
Remember,
people
this
actually do that.
Yeah, and we're talking about this could be your partner or someone that you really like, yeah.
Nah,
this
that's
is why,
different,
but this is why, yeah.
Yeah, but
And I'll
some
be
people
honest.
still
If it's
got
not a woman,
that
it's
mentality.
different.
But this is why girls, women and girls, young ladies, they feel pressured to have sex with you because they like you. But the minute you
Don't
say
want
no, you're like, I'm gone. And this is why they start questioning
Yeah, no, with
what
me-
happened
No, but God, remember, gone can be so many different types.